Hey guys, my name is Ezekiel as always, and welcome back to Lagos Digital School's learning series in tech. Now, in today's topic, we are going to be exploring key steps in your tech journey. Of course, that is how to search for jobs effectively and prepare for interviews with confidence. Are you ready? So let's get right into it. Finding the right job requires more than just sending out applications randomly. You need a strategy. First, I would advise you start by leveraging, of course, job platforms like LinkedIn, Indeed, Glassdoor, Y Combinator, Wellfound, even Twitter for startup opportunities. Many companies also love to post openings on their career pages. So if you have a target company in mind, try to check their websites regularly. You most likely would find something that lets you know they are hiring. Now, but here's an important tip. Are you ready for it? Networking. See, networking is one of the most powerful job search tools. Did you know that nearly 80% of jobs are filled through referrals? See, let your connections know what it is you are doing. Engage in conversations on LinkedIn and Twitter. Reach out to recruiters, attend industry events, and meet potential employers. When you're applying for jobs, focus on quality over quantity. Instead of just sending out hundreds of generic applications, you might want to try to tailor your resume and cover letter to each job, highlighting the most relevant skills and experiences. See, being proactive in your job search will put you ahead of the competition. Okay, so now let's get into the crux of the conversation. Interview preparations. Tech interviews can be challenging, but with the right approach, you can walk in with confidence. See, most technical interviews include things like coding challenges, system design discussions, problem-solving exercises, and just real-world applications of what you already know. Practicing coding problems on platforms like LeetCode, Akarang, Coding Signal, if you're a developer, can be very, very effective. For guys in digital marketing, you might want to sharpen your skills with platforms like HubSpot Academy or whatever other resources out there. For other career folks, I don't know about you, go and sort yourself out. Of course, I'm just kidding. You would want to explore industry-specific platforms for whatever career it is you are into and try to get certifications. If you're applying for advanced roles, be prepared for system design questions that assess your ability to structure and maybe scale application if you're a developer. Some companies also conduct whiteboard interviews. What do I mean by this? Basically, this is where you need to explain your thought process clearly. Now, a key tip for this one would be, don't just memorize solutions. Focus on the problem. Solving and explaining your approach logically. In addition to, of course, technical skills, employers want to see how well you communicate and collaborate. Now, this is something that people don't talk often enough about. Behavioral interview tests test your ability to work in teams, handle challenges. Expect questions like, tell me about yourself. Describe a time where you faced a challenge and how you solved it. How exactly do you work at a company? So for situations like this, I want you to use something we call the STAR method. Situation, task, action, and result. You will use this to structure your answers effectively. Let me give you a pro tip. See, practice with friends, mentors. Use platforms like Pramp, interview.io. Stand in front of a mirror like this and answer your questions. The more you practice, the more confident you will feel in real life interviews and when these interviews come. So let's run it from the top. What exactly have we covered today? We discussed job search strategies, including leveraging job boards, networking, applying smartly, and places where you can even find all these jobs and applications. We also covered technical and behavioral interview preparations with tips for coding challenges and common interview questions. See, we all know the truth. Job hunting can be tough, but with the right approach, you would increase your chances of landing the perfect role. Now, of course, in our next episode, we are going to be discussing how exactly to grow and advance your career in tech. So you are already in tech, you already have something you are doing, but how exactly do you move forward? Navigating your first job, staying ahead in the industry, those are the things that we are going to be talking about in our next episode. So make sure you stick around so that you do not miss it. Of course, until next time, my name is Ezekiel and peace.